sports. It's the Commanders and the Jaguars coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
On play action, Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. And a look here now at their 4th-year cornerback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Just keeping the play alive. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big one here the Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Gibson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Handing the football, he does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, have to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. From the 44, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And CD, one of the big stories everybody's been tracking this week, the head coach of this offense, looking to become just the 2nd coach in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowl titles.
And let's face it, the respect is there already. We know he's going to go down as one of the all-time great coaches. But even after all this success, what do we notice most about him? He never takes anything for granted. He's treating this Super Bowl like it's the most important game ever played. because for some of the guys on his team, it will be, and he feels the same way himself. I love his intensity. I love the way he gets his team prepared to play in the big game.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense going back to work. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Lawrence. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Throwing to start the drive. Russell. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Russell. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Richardson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Russell. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trailed early on in his Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Down to about the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Lawrence got it complete to Rodgers. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we are ready to return to Super Bowl 62 action. Start of the second quarter. Here we go. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. They go back to the ground with Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg Dulcich from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense set to take over. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Russell. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Russell. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. And that's good for a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Richardson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From the gun on 3rd down. Russell. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd and very short, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. His first ever catch in a Super Bowl, a nice moment, and also a 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 52 yards rushing for him now in the 1st half of this Super Bowl.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play. Finds Dulcich out left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And that is Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Koo now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. That it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Trevor Lawrence, helmet on, ready to go as he brings out this offense.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Lawrence. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodgers. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they were able to have some success throwing the football against the secondary. Look for that to continue as they try to break this deadlock.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now it's Richardson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw. Russell. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Richardson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On the ground, here's Richardson again. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. On second down now, it's Richardson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. To throw on third down, Russell. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Russell. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Operating from the gun, Russell. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Deron Payne. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Lawrence will throw. That's taken in by Dulcich. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to get the first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much when you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Russell. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That'll be caught by Rodgers.
And the Jags are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Javonte Williams.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On 3rd down, Russell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
It's been a fun one through 3. It always is. The final quarter of Super Bowl 62 is coming your way next.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throw left side complete. That's Griffith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So, in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run on first down. Richardson. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
To throw on 3rd down. Russell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And Rodgers has it over on the right side.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence. This one swung out to Williams.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Lawrence.
Finding Williams once more, complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Chase Young.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Russell. This one caught by Winslow.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, it's Richardson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Russell. They will find Winslow on the left side complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Russell. Complete. Richardson has it. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Russell.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. And fights him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a one-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Well, the Jaguars getting set to go.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st down, Lawrence.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 39 yards there, a big one. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. The busy night continues for Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a JAX touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now Washington down by 8. Just over a minute 40 to play. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Lawrence. Screenplay set up for Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
On second down, Williams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
And now out come the Jags.
Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
That last defensive stand, and that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays give the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Russell, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now a toss to Richardson. A beautiful fake. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Russell. That's going to be caught by Richardson.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffith.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
To throw on 2nd down. Russell.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When you see them run out, come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. This is Jennings. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive.
They did it. The Washington Commanders, Super Bowl champions. And this storied franchise will once again possess the Lombardi Trophy.
And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.